February 2nd. So it's Groundhog's Day. So apparently there's more than one Punxsutawney Phil, I guess. And one of them saw a shadow and the other one didn't. So does that mean like 3 more weeks of winter? Like halfway? I don't understand the whole Groundhog's Day thing. Can we just leave him alone? Can we just leave the groundhog alone? Can we just let him just like retire? I'm sure, I mean, it's been different groundhogs over the years, but like, he always looks so terrified when they pull him out of the hole. It's like, poor guy. He was probably just like taking a nap on the topic of Groundhog's Day, but not necessarily pulling a groundhog out of a hole. If you've never seen the movie Groundhog's Day, it's actually pretty good. It's old. It's a really old movie, so if you're young, it's probably gonna like irk you how bad quality everything is, but it's a good movie. So we got another doctor's appointment today. We're driving to, and then after this I go home, and then probably hopefully stay awake, although I feel like my sleep has not been restful. And it's not that I'm waking up throughout the night, it's just not enough hours. It's not enough hours. I don't know, maybe I should just try to end the vlog earlier. Like, I was so tired last night that I was tempted to like leave the vlog to edit this morning. That's how tired I was, and just like let you guys know on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Alina_Roche, just because if I ever am delayed with the vlog, that's where I'm probably gonna post it. Or if like the vlog, something happens or it's like an issue to upload, like that's usually where I'm gonna give like the updates on that, because that's like the easiest way. But hopefully that won't be the case. It's kind of crazy. 32 days in a row. That's the most amount of vlogging I've ever done. Because obviously I've done Vlogmas, but that's 25 days. I don't know, I think there might have been one year that I did 31 days of Vlogmas, like the whole month of December. But regardless, this is officially the longest time I've done daily vlogging, so that's an accomplishment right there. And it's amazing how it's become like second nature. I mean, there's some mornings where I'm like, I'm so sleepy. But for the most part, it's just become like a part of my routine. The part that gets like frustrating is when when I'm invited to like last night I was invited to go out to eat and stuff, and I had to go home and take the dogs out, and then if I would have gone to eat, then I would come back and like been up really late editing the vlog. So I find myself not able to go to as many things. And it's not that I can't go, it's just like I know my responsibility. I have to edit this vlog, like edit the vlog or whatever. Like on days that I don't have as much time, like I definitely edit it a lot quicker and put less like extra fluff like music and all that stuff, just because it's about being as efficient as possible, you know. And for me, I'd rather have the vlog up than like, because that's really why I never really vlogged that much, was because I just felt like the vlogs needed to be like so epic with like music and all of these things and just amazing like intros and outros, and then just the idea of that made it very overwhelming and almost like made me not want to do it, you know? You know, that's one of the things that I've had to like focus on, is just like getting it out, just getting it out. Because when you're daily vlogging, you just don't have the time to, I mean, if I didn't have, you know, my eBay store, and I didn't have my other channels, and I didn't have my job, and if I didn't have all of that, like I could probably put out pretty epic vlogs every day once I like learned how to do all that. I'm not able to do that. I have all of these other things in my life that are going on. Someday I will be able to. Someday that'll be my focus. That would be amazing. It's interesting how much I've really enjoyed the vlogging. I don't really think so much that it's because sometimes like editing, like especially stuff like this where I'm just like talking in the car, like it's so annoying to edit because it's like having the conversation all over again. But I think what I really like is the interaction with you guys. When you guys relate to something I said, or agree with something I said, disagree with something I said, you know. Oh. What? You want to have a conversation with me? Make it sound. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that. One thing I was thinking about is like this camera has like been through a lot. Like if you think about it, most cameras, even my Canon 70D, it was like just over a year when it just had issues, and we went through that whole ordeal. that some of you guys witnessed on Twitter. You know, this camera is actually over a year old now, and I would say that this camera films more footage than my other cameras because I'm not filming every day. I'm worried because I feel like this camera, you know, with all of the tossing in my bag and like taking it everywhere and all of that, and the constant filming, you know, I feel like it's eventually going to kill the camera, which I guess is understandable. But I'm like worried because if they discontinue this particular model, I'll probably like cry because the Sony a6000, which is supposed to be a way better camera, so amazing, yada yada yada, it doesn't have the flip up LCD. Like, you can't see yourself at all. So that's just, I mean, I know a lot of vloggers don't use the LCD, but I like to because I can see if I'm in frame, I can see if I'm focused. I mean, like I said a million times, I'm doing this on my own, so it's not like someone can be there to like look. So the just in case side of me, so if you guys have seen any of the vlogs or anything where I'm talking about decluttering and all of that, how like I'll have backups for a lot of makeup items just in case like they get rid of it or I run out or whatever, like God forbid. Or like Bath and Body Works candles, I have so many because I never wanted to pay regular price for them. But it's just like, even so, like if you get down to like one candle or two candles, it's pretty likely that they're gonna have a sale. They have a sale all the time. So like the just in case side of me wants to like buy a backup to this camera, but it's just like, it's not logical. It's not logical because it, even though it's a small little box, takes up money that could be used for something else. It takes up space, even though it's a small amount of space, and I don't need it yet. And I, like, part of me feels like when you get items like a backup item just in case, like, I don't know, I feel like, especially with a camera, I feel like it puts it in the universe like this camera's gonna break, because that's what you're thinking in your head when you get it, and maybe it'll break quicker. I don't know. And the thing is, a lot of people are using the iPhone 7 as a camera, which it's got an amazing camera, and I could essentially use my iPhone 6, but the issue with the iPhone 6 is that the front-facing camera is only 720p, so it's not full HD, and ideally, you know, you want to do full HD. So I don't know, maybe if this camera breaks, instead of getting a camera, maybe I'll just upgrade my phone, because I still have the iPhone 6 and I haven't gone and upgrade. I used to be one of those people that was like, I had to get the new iPhone right when it came out, and my contract was like perfectly aligned with that. Like, I always was due for an upgrade. But with my iPhone 5, I was like, it still works really good. And then so I got the iPhone 6 like kind of late. So maybe if this camera breaks, I'll upgrade to the iPhone 7, just because I may eventually have to upgrade to the iPhone 7 anyways down the line. Ideally, it would be great to not have to carry a phone and a camera, you know? Although I don't mind this camera, it's pretty light and it's pretty good, but that's probably what my plan would be. How do I get stuck behind this U-Haul? I don't know. I got stuck in the slow lane. Cars are moving so fast. Oh, just kidding. I see a sleepyhead. Shh, you don't see me laying down right now. Let's be honest. You don't see me laying down. I'm wide awake. Oh gosh, I'm not a morning person. So I was napping, and this little boy, I could hear him. He's so polite. I could hear him waking me up by just little whimper, little cries. Just staring at me, wanting me to get up. But did you want to play? Did you want to play outside? Is that what? So I'm heading to work now. Did some more glitter today. Had a little glitter crisis, or even though I put like a tissue paper after, for whatever reason, this particular glitter, which I could feel it in my eyeballs, ended up on the bottom. It was like, reminded me to tell you guys various under eye last minute crises that I've had. Crises? Both of them sound wrong. So, yeah. Bye, guys. Let's see how you did.
So there's this issue of, expansion within existing blocks, which is one thing in settlements.
Uh-oh. There's still a little bit here left.
Some of the recalibration that you're talking about
work on updating Hugo's GoFundMe because I'm pretty behind. So this is Hugo's file. Empty claim forms in here. So I just have to see all the invoices that I haven't uploaded. Like I mentioned before, the reason why I do this is because, you know, I want past donors and future donors to know like that he's getting the treatments and like what they're costing, that I'm not just like making up the fact that it's this expensive. Okay, I'm gonna run this one. So this is like page 1 of the chemo protocol. We are somewhere around here, week 7. That's what tomorrow is. That's a lot of weeks on there. Okay, so I uploaded all the way to the 6th. So then I take a photo of each invoice. I mean, I could scan them and stuff, but it's not for like a legit record. It's just for, you know, visually so they can see. This one's wrinkly. Woo. AirDrop is like the best thing that's ever happened to iPhone, or to any, or to everything, basically. So I select those 3 photos and then I AirDrop it to my MacBook. I freaking love AirDrop. Then I have 3 invoices, so one from the 13th, one from the 23rd, and one from the 27th. So then I go into PicMonkey. And so the purpose of going to PicMonkey is so, like, if you've seen in the GoFundMe, like how there's stuff like blocked out. Obviously I don't want to show my address and, you know, just identifying information. I leave obviously my name and his name so no one can be like, oh, you just stole those pictures off the internet. Because there's always one. There's always somebody that will say that. And I'll show you guys like what it looks like afterwards.
Must condemn the aggressive actions of Russia. It is unfortunate because it is a replay of far too many.
You can tell he wants to play. He's like, play with me. Play with me, Luna. This is way less eventful than I thought it would be. So here's what it looks like when I'm done. I'm gonna go upload it to GoFundMe. She ran away. She needs all the attention. And he's all here quiet on the side. Ow, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Hey, don't push him out of the way. Okay. Wait, go get it. Go to get out of the light under your chin. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog for today. I hope I can get it uploading before I have to take Hugo to chemo tomorrow. That's the plan. Here's hoping that my alarm does not freeze and screw everything up. Yeah, we'll see. Bye guys.